Our language is full of tough guy phrases. We think it's good to fight your corner, to knock 'em cold. It's an attitude that may have shaped the life of the heavyweight boxer, literary prize winner, and habitual criminal whose story we tell tonight. Here's the testimony of two men who've tried to contain him.
He's intelligent, but he can be very short-tempered, and he has a reputation, and has on a number of occasions, assaulted staff. He's certainly a reputation for being quite violent.
He was such a physical man. He used to do his jerks and press-ups in the custody office, and they realised potentially they had a very violent man there, and his record spoke for itself.
He's very bright. There's no doubt about his intellectual ability. He's probably brighter than most of those of us who've locked him up.
He's a violent man, and he uses violent language, some of which is an inevitable part of the picture we've built up inside and outside prison of Paul Sykes at large.
Hull Prison's A Wing is a special unit for the most difficult inmates in the prison system. Paul Sykes is one of the 8 men in the unit.
I've had 10.5 years for whacking screws and 10 years for whacking coppers. Yeah. I've never taken a liberty in my life. I've belted a few people. On every case I was in the right, and it was them that were taking the liberties. And I did what John Wayne did, what any sane thinking man would have punched him right in the fucking halo. I'm an expert at violence. I've been at it all my life. I'm not a thief, I'm not a liar, I'm not out brought a bunch on Wayne pictures. He punches a bad guy on the chin. The cheering, they give me time. I mean, I'm not an armed robber, a murderer, a rapist. I've got no set modus operandi. It usually involves giving somebody a belt, though. There's some people of it and didn't hit him hard enough. There's some people of it and didn't hit him hard enough. And there's some people I should have hit that I didn't.
Paul Sykes is from Wakefield in West Yorkshire. He grew up on the city's Lupset estate, the only son of Walter and Betty Sykes.
I had never any problems with him as a little boy. He was always a grand lad. And even today, the neighbours that's known him from being a little boy won't hear a word said against him.
Every illusion that my old man had brought me up on had been shattered. And then I wanted a bit of revenge then. And I deserved what I got. I deserved it.
Within 2 years, his criminal record had grown to 22 offences and, inevitably, his first prison sentence.
After he'd been sentenced, he was only 17. We went down to the cells and they let you go see them before they take them away. And I was absolutely disgusted. And one of the officers rebuked me afterwards because I told him, I said if I'd have been the judge, I'd have hung him. That I was so disgusted with the things that I'd heard that had been done.
During the 13 years since his first prison sentence, he'd been free for just 9 months. Boxing offered the chance to end the cycle of crime. Belatedly, at 30, he started a career as a professional fighter.
So, round 1 of this 8-round heavyweight contest between Paul Sykes of Wakefield, and he's in the black shorts, against Keith Johnson from Barnsley. And this is a really intriguing one, because this man, Paul Sykes, is something of a mystery man. Oh, and already he's in business. Rights and lefts to the head. And Johnson's down, and he's in trouble. What a sensational start. Up at the count of 7. Sykes is a man for whom a tremendous future's been predicted. His first professional fight at the age of 30, and he's giving Johnson a pasting. Rights and lefts to the body. He's like a machine, the man. Surely at this rate, this fight will not last very long at all. 10 seconds to go, and not enough time for Sykes to finish it off, although he's having a jolly good try. 5 seconds to go. Right there to the head. And Keith Johnson has now... And in fact, that's it. Johnson's pulled out. And so, without a blow being struck, in round two. The winner, Paul Sykes of Wakefield, in his first professional fight. Now, this is your first professional fight.
Yeah.
What now?
My second professional fight, 150 birds like Joe Bugner.
I encouraged him because I thought Paul's going to be an heavyweight, and there's fortunes in it, isn't there? There's fortunes in boxing, isn't there? If they get a right manager. And I thought he'll only want to get to the top and then about 3 fights. And he's done it like Bruno. He's done it now, hasn't he? Bruno's made up now. And I thought, I don't know another way for a working class lad to get money.
Tommy Miller, with over 50 years in boxing, was Paul's manager.
Did everything really, except dedication. Won the tickets from all over. A lot was gangsters, petty crooks and top villains, but they all come supporting him. Even the police were buying tickets. It's true as that.
Gentlemen, if I can call you across here. Remarkable. How important is this fight for you on Monday?
Without swearing, it's shit a bus.
He's on a life support machine. You think when you've belted them like they're going to get up at 10. You don't want them to get up at 9, but you want them to get up at 10. I always thought I had a bit of an hard case and a bit, but he's sick of me this morning. It gutted me. 3,000 miles from home. Nobody, no family, no anything.
Yeah, when I did
Yeah,
I did. He
yeah.
went down. It's all right, Paul. Yeah, when I did
Yeah,
I did. He went down. It's all right, Paul.
American Dave Wilson needed a month in hospital to recover.
Paul could have gone right to the top quite easily. In fact, I think it was about 1,000 photographs done of Paul saying he was a future world champion. That's how confident I was. He impressed everybody. He did that.
3.5 years was added after a fight that put 2 prison physical education instructors into hospital.
What's got me into trouble in the past is having my physique trained as a child, but not my emotions. I've altered the physical side to the intellectual side, if you want, the academic side, using my brain instead of my body. It's all the same machine, and I didn't realise I'd got such a good brain until I took the wraps off and started using it. I've got a brilliant brain, and I'll tell you why I've got one. Because right from being a kid, I have been standing in a boxing ring. If you haven't got your wits about you, you're going to get bashed. All those years of having my wits about me has given me terrific eyesight, good hearing, a brilliant sense of atmospheric changes. He is.
His work, entitled Sweet Agony, won a Koestler Award for Artistic Achievement in Prison.
It was so clear I could read the time on the cathedral clock through the front window. It was 10 past 10 when she walked past the house. A girl so startlingly attractive, I held my breath. She was our Kay's mate, little Kath from across the road. She was a schoolgirl, untouched and virginal. She had to be, she was only 15.
Kath Nicholson grew up on the Luxett estate, living in the same street as the Sykes family. She became Paul's girlfriend despite an age gap of 15 years.
We're friends, as well as anything else, we're friends. And I think you need that. We've always remained friends throughout the past 12 years.
You've got to use every sense that you're given, and people are having them took off and they're being atrophied with them. Televisions and radios, and their hearing doesn't work, and their eyes don't work, and they're daft. And why are they daft? They want them to die early. Why do they want them to die early? There's 6 billion of us, that's why they want them to die early. There's not enough food. Got to look after the food, we've got to feed the kids. We're living wherever our kids are living. And we've got 2 railings there. And Adam, we've got a good family, Kath, and it's our duty to look after them. And I'm going to tell you something else. It tells you that in here. But you know I'm not a Christian, don't you? Listen, I'm going to make a cup of tea. Yeah? Do you know what they say now in the nick? What would they say now in the nick when I start like this? What would they... Yes, Paul. Now in the nick when I start like this. What would they... Yes, Paul. I'm going to make a cup of tea. I'm a wonderful citizen. How do you think I've got this house and where I'm living now if I wasn't? They've given me this council. We've got the best, this is the best little city on earth. How do I know? I've been everywhere else. I'm here now, right on the family patch.
Give it a lot of thought being a father. I have. I couldn't not with a father like I had. He made some cock-ups, my dad. I don't want to make any cock-ups like he made.
Oh, look at this here.
Got my kids at home. They don't know father's love. They've never had a father's love. And I don't know a son's love either. I don't funny matter in this. Kath had 2 tenors in her purse last night. When she come home, a tenner had been took out and £8 had been put back. Do you think I'm making it up?
No.
So what are you going to say about it then?
No.
Well, no, would you say it was? Everything you? Huh, Ryan?
No.
Well, who would you say? Who would you blame? You're going to blame that Paul, or would you say he denies it?
It was that too.
Of course you would. One of your evil bastards is blaming the other when you know full well it's not him. It ain't funny. It ain't funny being accused of being a thief. It's not funny being a thief. I'm going to tell you this, you better start remembering what you're doing, and when I ask you a question, I want an answer. I don't want none of that dickhead talking to your tutor shit, talking to a screw shit. You're talking to me, yeah? And I want some out of you. I want some response. Not none of that vacant lot, and lock me in my cell. I won't lock in your cell, beat you fucking, you don't know how close you are, you to a good hiding. A proper 16-year-old good hiding.
A youth club, and this idea has come from a young man who wants it to succeed. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please welcome on stage and make him feel at home. Listen, Mr. Paul Sykes, will you please bring him on stage? Come on, Paul. I'll bring them, don't worry about them. I'll get you a chair.
You're right. You're right. Have you got a raffle? Good evening.
Once you get beaten up, that's your debt cancelled, and then you'll have me to pay, and you don't get your money anyway. And invariably, if they have got the money, I do get it. I do get it. I don't break the law. You know, I just appear one morning at 8 o'clock and make myself welcome. Yeah, that's what I do. I once caught a fella. I just about covered the debt. I was dead right. I don't advertise in the yellow pages. Word of mouth.
One person who recommends the services of the Last Resort Debt Collecting Agency is local businessman Dennis Flint. He lined up a job that took Paul to Spain.
Dennis, how you there, me old pal? How are you? How are you, my love?
Did you make a living out of it, Paul? That's the main thing. Did you get your wages? Did you get your wages?
380 quid in front, and I did a trip to Spain.
Trip to Spain, how long for?
Went on about 4 days, went on the Wednesday and come back on the Monday or something like that.
So you had a bit of a good time as well?
I had a few swims in the Mediterranean.
Okay then.
I've been going on. Well, I don't know how you come to me.
Paul's English client had 2 debts outstanding, but only one could be collected.
Well, really, I'm sorry for you. Well, that was it. But see, look, I was funny, it's a lad.
Exactly.
You're gasping for a bevy, Dennis. Have you got a bevy? Go get us a bevy, go.
You know I don't like you drinking here, don't you? I've always told you before. I don't like you smoking roll-ups, and I don't like you smoking, drinking my beer. When you come to my house,
it's a man's right. This is a man's right to get drunk. He's not allowed to get disorderly.
Hey, well, you'll get bloody disorderly.